A lot of people have been asking what kind of software I use and who I trade with, so I'm going to address that right now. It's Sunday night. I use bigcharts.com because it's really easy to read, and Options Express for my trading because the rates are real low, and I'm just used to it. So if you want to watch this video again, bring up the bigcharts.com and put it in your bookmarks, and so you can just open the page first thing. You get to bigcharts.com, click on Advanced Chart. It'll bring the advanced chart up to you, kind of a generic view. In the upper left hand side, you'll see a line that says enter symbol or keyword. You want to put SLV in that slot, and then down you want to click on time frame to open that drop down menu. Time, I put 3 months. Frequency, I enter daily. You can change that as you go, but this right now I just want you to do that. Compare to, just leave it on none, and symbols, just leave that blank. Then on the indicators, moving averages, drop the menu down to EMA, that's exponential moving average, 3 line, and then in the space to the right of that, I want you to enter the numbers 5, 20, 50, and 200, and then upper indicators, I want you to select Bollinger Bands. Lower indicator number 1, I want you to select Volume Plus. Lower indicator number 2, MACD. Lower indicator number 3, RSI. And then in chart style, I want you to select Candlestick, chart background default, and chart size big, depending on how big your monitor is. Select big or medium. And then right under that it says Store Chart Settings. You want to click on Store Chart Settings, and then I think you have to click on a couple of windows that say OK. 2 windows that say OK. And that'll give you your view. And then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say what the averages are. And if you look at the candlestick chart, you'll see some of the bodies are clear and some of the bodies are red. If you look at one of the clear bodies, you might see a line below the clear body and another line above the clear body. That means that on the very bottom of the clear body itself is where the stock opened. If you see a tail coming down below that, that's where the low of the day was. If you see a small line or a tail above it, that's where the high of the day. And the very top of the clear body is where it closed. So you can see where it opened and closed. Red's the exact opposite. The top of the red body is where it opened, and the bottom of the red body is where it closed. And the little lines you might see on the top and the bottom is the high and the low of the day. So you look at the 3-month chart, you can see the breakout on January 23rd. There was a breakout on heavy volume. You can see that before that it came up to 1150. It came up to 1150 again. And I knew if it touched 1150 again, it would go higher from there, and exactly what it did. Classic breakout. And then you want to look for about four days later, right around that range, on a follow-through rally, which you got on pretty good volume, and even more volume the next day. And then it ran up, and you kept raising your stop losses as you went. So you're in this trade at 11 bucks, and you are out at 13.75. Simple. And you see the big red body on the 24th. On February 24th, that's when you were out of the stock, and you can see what's happened to the stock since it's down. You got a 13.75. It's right around 12.75. So you saved a whole $1. And the important thing is the $1 you save by being out when it's dropping is just as valuable as the $1 you make when it goes up. So if you're out of a stock that's fallen down, that's money you're adding to your account. It's very important. That's why the system works. And you can see it's dropped below the 5, the 200, and the 20. If silver opens up low on Monday, if it opens up down first thing Monday morning, it will be a short signal. It might not be a very long short signal, but it will be an actual short, because the short price is right around where the low of the day, almost the low of the day. So how do I know whether to go short? Well, over on the left, when it shows you frequency, I want you to drop down and select weekly, and then press up above that, right below the symbol, it says draw chart. Redraw the chart, and you'll see the weekly. Now, you get the weekly determines the trend. So you see the trend is still up, but anytime the lowest low of any one week is below the lowest low of the previous 3 weeks, that's a short sell. That's a trend that's going down. You never want to be long a trend, something that's going down. You either want to be out or short. So according to this, the lowest low of the previous 3 weeks is right at 12 bucks. So if this were to come down to, well, actually no, this week is a new week. So last week will be the first week, the week before that. So you go from the red body and 2 bodies to the left. Since it's going to be a new week starting this week, the trend will turn right around 1260. Okay, remember that number, 1260. I want you to select daily on the left again and draw a chart. Remember 1260. Now look over here. 1260 is right, it just in the low of the day on Friday, it was just above 1260, and that's important, and that happens on purpose. So I expect silver to open up and find support at the blue line, which is the 20-day moving average. Oh, it's the 50 in this case, I'm sorry. Oh no, it is the 20, sorry. Sometimes it changes the color. It's a 20-day moving average. I expect silver to find support tomorrow because I don't expect it to give a short signal right now, no way. So that's my prediction. It already went down almost to 1260 and shot right back up. So I don't expect it to tomorrow. And the volume was real light on Friday compared to the last 3 days. So that's what we're waiting to do. If it does fall below it, we'll go short. And you might say, why would we go short when everything's going up? Because the trend is broken and we follow the rules. Period. So we'll go short. And if it moves against us, we'll close out and go long again. Unfortunately, we won't go long until the trend turns up, and the trend doesn't turn up until the current week's daily high is higher than the previous 3 days daily high, or weeks, I'm sorry, to determine the trend again. So I think my time might be about up on this, so that's all we're going to do right now. I thought there was something else I wanted to do. If I think about it, I'll put another one up.